This video was titled How a Rich Kid Exposed Hip Hop. Shout out Trap University. This video is clearly about Lil Mabu, as I can see from this background with K-Flock, as I can see here. Let's see what he had to say, because I always felt like Lil Mabu was a little iffy for rap music and the culture, and I've told y'all that for many years now. Every time we tune into his music, I bring it up. But let's see what he had to say.
Why does Lil Mabu's YouTube channel have over 1 billion more views than K-Flock? This is drill music. Flock is not only considered the most influential artist from the Bronx in the new generation, but he played the streets exactly the way you think a successful drill rapper would. How could a kid from Manhattan that attended a $60,000 a year private school, he went to Buckley. This the same school that Donald Trump's son went to. Not that one, this one. And several other billionaire families use this school, and it's so expensive that they have less than 400 students in New York City. But I'm beating around the bush. His father is a millionaire, and he sponsored him. That's about it. It's not rocket science. When you start off broke trying to make it up the ladder in music, you stand no chance against a guy that can just pay for any cosign he wants. You can inbox your favorite rapper or singer however many times you want, but cash app one of these guys $10,000 and they'll pop up next to you like your best friend. 90% of rappers are.
I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. Anytime you see these white artists who aren't even really lit around these artists that are mad lit and they have all this other stuff and things of that nature, like you see Lil Mabu with PNB Rock on TikTok randomly one day, or whoever you see Lil Mabu next to when he was first coming up, money buys connections, money and power buy views, and it buys attention, gang. So when you see, if the random dude for your hood that's not really known for nothing and he's just around niggas, but he has like the connections that has mad money, and he's like Crip, but not really Crip, but he's Crip for the fashion fake. And you see him next to Chef G or K Gliz and this, that, and the third, and all these other people. Yeah, they fuck with you because you paid to be in front of them. Yeah, they fuck with you because, you gave them free studio time or whatever the case may be. But when you actually ask for a favor, are they really going to give it to you if you don't pay? You see what I'm saying? And that's why Lil Mabu is where he's at today. I didn't even know who Lil Mabu was one time, and I see him on my For You page randomly. Like, who is this random kid on FaceTime with PNB Rock that I never heard of? Who is this? I've literally never heard of this person a day in my life. And he's just on FaceTime with PNB Rock talking about they got a song on the way. Like, who is this guy? And then I did more research, and I'm seeing him with other artists as well, and I'm like, okay, either somebody he knows like these people, or something's a little fishy here, but
are broke or have a very thin stream of income that they have to split 50 ways. Why do you think the biggest rappers in the world go on the boat with Michael hug you from behind Ruben? The same reason they used to go to Diddy's house. Some people might want to look at Mabu as a culture vulture and all this made up stuff. Listen, a vulture is the guy that signs an ignorant rapper to influence broke people into thinking that being just like them is how you get rich. This kid should have been an example to all the young guys that want to rap that the whole music industry is fake. From the Taylor Swifts to the Lil Durks, you're not getting anywhere without a budget behind you. Now,
and that's a great point when he said this whole thing is fake. Lil Mabu raps about doing drills, guns, and being gangster, but then he'll also rap about, I go to college, I have fun, this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? But when he raps about, let's go do a drill, I'm a white boy that can say the N-word, I'm a hood Negro, he's literally just playing a character. And niggas don't have a problem with it. But I know deep down inside niggas have a problem with it. The only niggas don't have a problem with it is little niggas and kids that just want entertainment and want their attention spans fed. Kids in general that just like Lil Mabu's music. And niggas who see Mabu as a connection for a money sign. Didi Osama. You see what I'm saying? Well, they probably friends now though, but doing a song with Lil Mabu is a great opportunity because of how big he is and things of that nature. I don't think a lot of people generally fuck with what he has going on, but do they truly care? No. Because at the end of the day, this nigga's a smart individual. Like Anaz just said in the chat, he's a smart individual because he knows how to capitalize off the internet. That's why he makes drill music. If drill music wasn't a hot genre everybody wanted to tune into, he wouldn't be doing that. He wouldn't be doing that, bro. And that's why I think he's a culture vulture. Because he knows what people want to hear, and he's just going to do it. But is he really from that? Is he really about that? No, not at all. Not at all.
Fun fact, because we love history, ironically, Mabu, or I don't really like that name, so we'll just call him Matthew, became famous by rapping about pretending to kill his ops, but his father got rich off owning funeral homes. But this is not throwing any shade at Matthew, because most rappers pretend to do the same thing in all of their music. And like his father, Matthew is a smart businessman. When his dad divorced his ex-wife, she got the house, one of them at least, while he actually got to keep $10 million, which does sound better than a house, but she alleges that this only happened because he conspired with a corrupt judge to hide his assets, which the same judge did end up going to jail for accepting bribes a few years later. But a family like this can easily break into entertainment, and it's pretty simple. The music industry isn't some exclusive, complex business that you need talent to break into. I mean, I mentioned Taylor Swift earlier, but she's a great example. She can sing, which helped her a lot when her wealthy mother took her to visit record labels and submit her demo. They told her she wasn't good enough yet, so they got her an agent that got her a modeling deal with Abercrombie and Fitch, and I have no idea how one books a meeting with a record label, but I do know an agent is not cheap. And from here, she performed for RCA, a huge label owned by Sony, and they get.
Yo, I wish I had money, bro. I wish I had the money these niggas have to just put myself in any position in life, my nigga. Like, I get money, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I gets down, but they can literally take their money and do anything they want with it, nigga. Like, that's not crazy to y'all? So, yo, I want to be a rapper today. I'm gonna blow up and rap. Give me a month. Like, what? That's crazy to me. I go, that's mad crazy.
Gave her a songwriting deal. At 14, her mother was a mutual fund executive, which means she could have made anywhere from $100,000 to $2 million a year. This doesn't take anything away from her ability to sing and perform, but millions of people can sing and perform. My point here is not everyone can get into these meetings. Not everyone can sit down with these people. You have to have money and or influence. There is a huge misconception in all the music that just being talented and sounding good is how you make $1 million. It is not. Mabu came through New York, paid some bills, and he not trash. I mean, he could spit some bars. He just wasn't naive enough to believe that he could just drop some music and let the music speak for itself and he would blow up. No, this is why so many drill rappers crash out just to get 100,000 views. Do you know why you only see the most reckless rappers in the spotlight, in drill especially? It's because that's part of what made them stand out from other artists. Crashing out. But if the thing that gives you buzz also makes the FBI look into your resume, you are simultaneous.
That nigga in the chat said, have money like a Lil Mabu or be popped like you. Nigga, I'm not popped. What the fuck? Never was popped, gang. What kind of would you rather is that?
Crashing out. But if the thing that gives you buzz also makes the FBI look into your resume, you are simultaneously boosting and sabotaging your own career. Yep. Do you think the hip hop police in New York took it seriously when the guy from a $60,000 a year private school rapped about his ops? No, it doesn't take much research to see that this is just marketing. But they know that when some kid from the Bronx who had people dying all around him, something the police can easily verify, started rapping about retaliating against his ops.
Niggas is piecing up neighborhood with Lil Mabu? Yo, my nigga.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
Are we for real? Yo, like, and I know why they're doing it. It's helping them gain, in a sense, and things of that nature. And it's helping them, like, advance themselves because Mabu is a big entity. If Mabu was nobody, they wouldn't do it unless he paid a lot of money. But it's like, yo, bro. If this is what niggas want in their culture, if this is what niggas want to embody for us as people and entities in this industry or whatever the case may be, I guess we could do that. But it's like, yo, we for real? We for real?
Verify, started rapping about retaliating against his ops, they might actually look into it. Now, he definitely fell off from where he was a couple years ago, and that's fine. In fact, that's probably because he didn't intend on this being a full-time job. The last I checked, he was a business student at a private university in Atlanta, so it's more likely that his future plan is to take over the business that made his father a millionaire, or maybe start his own thing. The point is, do you notice how someone with enough money to build their own career can easily step in and out of the industry? Rappers and singers are probably some of the least paid celebrities if you compare them to an actor or just an influencer getting paid per video. We all saw during the pandemic how rappers were doing anything they could to get more revenue flowing because they were making most of their money on shows. Once you let a label pay for your lifestyle, you've now become in debt to the label. Your streams and ad revenue is being split between you and them, and this depends on what kind of deal you have, and being in a deal sometimes means that you don't even own your master, so some artists rely completely on shows and brand deals. And mind you, I'm just talking about the ones that made it. That's not even accounting for the 90% that haven't. And once a kid like Mabu comes through to a rapper, he's a way that you can pay your bills for the month, rent an expensive car, or maybe even have a little extra left over. He doesn't have to wait on a label to tell him to drop a mixtape or an album. He doesn't have to wait for the budget to clear to drop a music video. And most importantly, he doesn't have to try to keep up with his music and persona while being in the streets, dodging his ops, the cops, and making sure he has enough money to be seen. I say it all the time, but most drill artists don't even make it. Most people that rap and sing don't make it. And honestly, it has little to do with talent. How many of y'all know a dude that says, yeah, I'll rap, but I ain't got nothing recorded yet? Bro, you don't rap then. How many of y'all know a dude that says, yeah, I recorded some songs, but I ain't got no music videos? Bro, who is gonna see you then? And we can't forget the guy that says, oh, I got hella songs recorded. I just ain't dropped them yet. as if he's trying to build hype when nobody knows who he is. Don't fool yourself. If you want to make music, I'm not saying don't chase your dreams. I'm just saying be realistic. You need to be seen, and you need to understand that everybody is not your friend. These rappers are like little girls. They'll link up with the first dude that'll get them some shopping money. This tough act is just a persona most of the time.
Nigga was talking about Meek Mill. Look at this nigga. He said that, and the first thing you see is Meek, gang. He talking about Meek and old Boyatron, did he? That's crazy.
And especially once you've been on Michael Rubin's boat, I'm not trying to hear no gangster activity come out of your mouth.
Nobody touch me.
His whole rap career for Mabu was probably just some experiment he was doing for his summer after high school before college just because he didn't have nothing else to do. The man single-handedly proved how fake the industry was and how all you gotta do is have some money and you can be whatever you want in music, especially drill, where most of the artists still think that the only way they can get rich is by rapping about this stuff. The problem is they actually be living it, and with New York, if you've seen any of my videos, actually living it is the fastest way to end up in the feds. But now Mabu, over 2 billion views, and now he's in college. And it's likely just something he'll look back on when he's 30 as just something he did for fun. Over 1 billion views. It's a good experiment if you ask me. But yeah, if it is some rappers listening to me or...
Yeah, man, that's crazy. W video, though. W video, though. This just proves my point of this nigga is just like, come on, bro. We gotta stop. Rappers promote violence. Father owns funeral homes. They got the game on lock. That's crazy. 314. But if the thing that gives you buzz also makes the FBI look into your resume, you are simultaneously boosting and sabotaging your own career. Dang. That put the drill arrow on the tombstone. It's a paradox that rap fans are demanding that realness from a rapper, but when the rapper gets arrested like Dirk, they're clowning him for it. Low intelligence people can't comprehend anything outside of them, and they can't separate themselves from the stuff they consume. I have loved southern rap and trap music since I was in elementary, but I never wanted to do the stuff that I hear in those songs, even though I grew up around hustlers and hang out with some of the major dealers. This nigga is doxing himself. This nigga, what's his nigga name? Niggy Vlogs? This a white man? It's a white man? It's just entertainment, and I love hearing that hard and creative bars and wordplay. I choose what integrates into my character. I know people that literally get every rap lyric and they try to imitate those people and live it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, if you're listening to drill music and think you're King Von, buddy, newsflash, you're a fucking cornball, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? That's actually crazy. Mob, appreciate the follow. Meanwhile, Bobby Shmurda can't even crack 10 tickets. The masses are sure fickle. Yo, nah, that's crazy. The Bobby Shmurda diss at the end got it. But yeah, I just feel like Lil Mabu, in my opinion, he's a culture vulture because he literally is doing the drill rap thing and just using it as a persona and for fun. That's why I feel like he's a culture vulture, because he knows what the people want to hear and he's feeding that. Like, he's pushing an agenda upon the younger generation and the youth and things of that nature. But we all know it's just for fun and it's for a character and stuff like that, you know? And we also know that this nigga's industry playing off of money alone. There's that too. Like, those two things combined literally makes me feel the weight about a nigga. Cause like, yo, bro, industry playing, a lot of niggas work hard to get here, and I'll just walk into the door. What's this nigga's gonna do to me? I have millions of dollars. Like, yeah, of course, you got money, you're gonna use it, but that don't mean I can't feel a way about you. Let me know how you feel about Lil Mabu down below in the comments. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. I'm gonna continue being love. Peace.